Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited that you are here with me today. I have for you some really cool and easy Dollar Tree crafts that you are going to love.
I want to thank Essential Stencil for sponsoring today's video. Headed to Dollar Tree once again. It's always so much fun. I found these flat, thin, large canvases and I brought home a couple. I wanted to make some custom signs and we're going to start with this one. They're pretty large and I love making large items that I can either resell or put in my own decor and really stand out. I give it one coat of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white, and I always forget to add this little like Lazy Susan. It makes painting so much easier. I'm going to take a small thin point permanent marker and my ruler. I'm just going to start making some stripes. This is going to give it a look of a planked sign. I'm going to bring in one of Essential Stencils. Stencils, this one is gorgeous and it's so large. It says count your blessings and it's a little snug for this sign, but it worked out really well. I'm going to center it as close as possible to each edge. And then this is one of the brushes from Essential Stencil. And I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint and the ink. And I'm just going to start stenciling it. I'm using a new technique, which is adding very little amount of paint on your brush. And then just kind of going in a circular motion instead of going up and down. I saw them doing this in a tutorial recently. And I thought, let me try it. And it was perfect. I never strive for perfection. But let me tell you, this was as perfect or as close as perfect as it could be. Now I'm going to take these little flat dowels. They're bamboo. I get them on Amazon and they're perfect for crafting. They're very flexible, very easy to customize in size. I'm going to stain them using Waverly Antiquing Wax. And then I'm just going to place one on the top and one on the bottom. I'm going to mark and cut with my miter shears. And then I'm going to hot glue in one to the top and one to the bottom. I wanted to add a little bit of greenery. I love the white, black, and green combination. So I had these leftover leaf picks from another bundle. And I'm just going to hot glue them to the left side of the sign because right next to that bee, there's like that little empty side. And I just wanted to fill it in. I'm going to add some hot glue to the back and a little bit of this nautical rope from Dollar Tree to be able to hang the sign. And I think it's stunning. It has such a traditional farmhouse look. I love the stencil. It is just gorgeous. Look how beautiful. Friends, I'm sure you remember Essential Stencil. I partnered with them a few weeks ago and I continue to use their products because they have just hundreds of beautifully designed stencils and rub-on transfers. Look at these beautiful rose design. They sent me this design as well, a St. Patrick's Day one. So beautiful. And in a little bit, I'm going to show you what I did with these rub-on transfers. They also have so many of these mini sign reusable stencils that are perfect for crafting and perfect for craft shows. They have tons of seasonal designs. I'm sure you're going to love them. I designed a beautiful DIY coming up here in a little bit where I use one of these Love Like Jesus stencils and you're going to love it. Now for today only, there's a link down below with a bundle just for you. Bundle with all these items, reusable stencil, rub-on transfers, and brushes, already discounted at 27% off plus free shipping. Take advantage of this deal. Again, it's only for today. The link is down below in the description box. For the next Dollar Tree craft, I'm going to take another one of those canvases and I'm going to give it again one coat of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white and let it dry. This bundle of stencils is called Love Like Jesus and they're beautiful. They're meant to make these little tiny signs. I'm just going to quickly show you all the different designs. They come 6 in a pack plus an extra one and I love all of them. It was hard to choose which one I wanted to do for this one, but I ended up choosing one and I'm just going to place it towards the bottom right corner of the sign. I'm going to tape it and that way it's not going to move on me. I'm going to use another one of Essential Stencils stencil brushes. They're wonderful. And I'm going to use this Farmhouse Red chalk paint by Rust-Oleum. And again, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to grab some paint. I'm going to thin it out in the cap and then I'm going to use a towel to remove excess paint. And then I'm going to start just stenciling, doing the round and around motion, and that worked really well. Friends, I would love to connect with you on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I have those links down below in the description box. When you're done watching, I'd love for you to check it out. Look how beautiful this turned out. Again, I mean, Come on, guys, seriously. All right, so now bringing in these gorgeous rub-on transfers. These are also from Essential Stencil, and they come a ton in two huge pieces of paper. I found one that I thought would look great in the upper left corner of the sign. I cut it out. I'm just going to peel it from the back, and then I'm going to lightly place it right where I want it. I'm leaving some space on the edges because I am going to frame this one. I'm going to use a scraper, but you can use whatever you want, something that you can just start pressing on the paper or the plastic and start rubbing on. The technique that I've learned to use is basically you just want to rub on and lift very little, very slowly until all the transfer has transferred to your surface, just like that. I did decide to add a couple other ones here and there. And look how pretty this is looking. It's so romantic. I love it. All right, so now onto the framing. We're going to use those same flat dowels. I do get these on Amazon, by the way, and I do have them on my Amazon store, as well as the miter shears. Very easy to cut. I love them. Again, we're just going to mark, cut, and hot glue all around the edges. And we're just about done with this one. Such a beautiful, romantic look this sign has. I love the red and the white, but let me tell you, these transfers are gorgeous. I love all the detail. Just so great to make custom signs. For the next Dollar Tree craft, I'm going to take one of these wooden shelves from Dollar Tree. It comes with the shelf, the string, and a little ring so that you can hang the shelf from. But we're not going to use those. We're going to make a little vertical sign. I'm going to give it one coat over Stone Chalk Paint in the linen white. Of course, we're going to let it fully dry. After it dried, it was a little rough to the touch, so I'm just going to lightly sand it with a very fine sanding block, and it's just going to smooth it out so that my transfer can rub on very nicely. I dusted it and wiped it really well, and now look at these rub-on transfers. They are St. Patrick's Day themed, and although I don't necessarily celebrate St. Patrick's, I thought it was so cute, very festive, and they would make great gifts for either teachers or family members. Like I said, it's going to be a vertical sign, so I grabbed this little farmhouse truck with gnomes on them. So adorable. And again, I'm just going to start rubbing it on and lifting as I go. And look how cute that looks. It's perfect. I'm also going to bring in these stencils, also from Essential Stencil. They have a St. Patrick's Day theme. They come 6 in a pack. And let me quickly show you all the beautiful designs. Again, I had a hard time choosing, but I did decide to go with ones that have the graphic with the words instead of a graphic with a design. And I am going to just tape it to the top of the farmhouse truck, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to stencil it with very little paint in the brush, remove the excess, and start doing the circular motion technique. Doesn't that look so pretty? That green against the white? Gorgeous. All right, we're going to do something very different here. I'm going to take this nautical rope from Dollar Tree and I'm going to knot it. I'm going to make sure that this knot is really tight. Then I'm going to cut off the excess from the top and the excess from the bottom, making sure that I'm cutting as close as possible to the knot. And then I'm going to hot glue it on top of each little tiny hole that you see on the sign. This is why I did not fill them, because I knew I wanted to create something like this. I'm going to do that all 4 corners. Once I had them all done, I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to add some nautical rope to the back. Again, this is just to give us the option to hang it, or it'll just look like it has it and we don't have to hang it if we don't want to. But look how cute this turned out. It's definitely one of my favorites. Very surprised because I don't decorate for St. Patrick's Day, but I think it's so stinking cute. For For the next Dollar Tree craft, I'm going to take this little dry erase board that I found in the craft section at Dollar Tree. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to cut off another one of these rub-on transfers with the St. Patrick's Day theme, and I'm going to place it right in the center. I didn't do anything to the frame because I thought the color of the frame really complemented the design of the rub-on transfer, and I think it worked out really well. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to rub and pull as I go. I was surprised as to how well these rub-on transfer really stuck to the shiny surface of the dry erase board. I loved it. I'm going to take these little faux ferns that I already had on hand from another project. I'm going to cut some little parts from the end and just hot glue it very carefully, small amount of glue, because I want it to look very natural as I do not want to add anything to the center. I removed the back jute string. I'm just going to add some ribbon to add a little bit more of a custom look, and we can hang these little sign. And I gotta tell you, again, this one is one of my favorites. I think it's so pretty. I love the white and the green with the light brown color. I think it's gorgeous. Again, one that you can gift to someone who loves St. Patrick's Day or just add to your own decor. For the next craft, I'm going to take this little wooden house that I got at Target Dollar Spot. It came in a set of 2, I believe, and this one had a brown tone. So I'm going to lighten it up with some Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. And I'm going to do a dry brush technique because I do not want any paint to drip on the inside of the little windows. Although a little bit got in there, but using the dry brush technique really helped. So I'm just going to keep adding layers until I have what I want. I left the sides brown because I wanted to have more of a farmhouse distressed look. Once I had it dry, I am going to take this other rub-on transfer with the roses design. I picked this one because it has a flat side that's going to look great on this house. So I'm just going to keep placing it and just kind of keep moving it up until I see where I love to see it. I'm going to press it down, and then again, we're just going to rub it on and lift the plastic slowly but surely until the entire transfer is transferred. Now with this one, because the little windows are on there, I did have to grab an X-Acto knife and just cut off the little excess transfer that you see there so that we can still have that window look. Once I had it where I wanted it, I took my sanding block and I am going to sand down the edges as well as the design to give it a little bit more of a distressed look. And let me tell you, these rub-on transfer distressed beautifully. I loved it. I kind of kept the same green look going vertically. And I loved it so much, I decided to add one more. So I grabbed a smaller one and I added it to the other corner, rubbed it on, removed the plastic, and did the same exact thing. I just sanded it down on the edges and distressed the top very lightly. This gave the whole house a whole new look, a very romantic farmhouse look, and I loved it. This transfer looks like it's been on this house since the beginning, and I think it's so beautiful. But again, I'm so biased because I made them, but I'd love to know which one is your favorite. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to check out in the description box the deal and the bundle that Essential Stencil has for you today. Check it out. Thank you, Essential Stencil, for sponsoring this video. And I have another video here for you to check out. Click on it. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.